Okay, there I go. Off the mute we go. Awesome, guys. Stand up. Grab the stick from the furthest point. Grab your furthest point. And nice and easy, bring it behind you. And bring it in front of you. Nice and easy, right? Just relax your shoulders. Inhale with the breath one way. Exhale with the other. Like in, out, in, out, in, but now stop at the top, just over your head, right? And kind of go to one side. Yeah, just feel a stretch on one side, and then the other side, right? You're kind of tipping it from one side to the other. Try not to hold your breath, and try to bend at the waist and feel a good stretch. Good, let it come back down. So now push it onto your stomach, good. So hold it there. And what I want you to do is move your hips. So rotate your hips and rotate your hips. And just try to get into the low back. Try to kind of really feel your low back. I like to look behind me as well. Good. Now reverse the grip so your thumbs are pointing out. As your thumbs are pointing, and lift it up as far as it can go. And then back down. And the same thing, as far as it can go, and try to get back. Try to go back as far as you can go too. You're going to feel a stretch in the wrist, right? It's fine. Just go back and try to go as far back as you can go, and then come back. Good. Now pick up the stick behind you the same way. Thumbs pointed out. Pointed out. So all the way up and try come forward as far as you can. Okay? And then go back. Far forward as you can. And back. You're going to feel a real good stretch in the wrists. Okay? Try not to compensate the shoulders. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed. Good. Now, hold the stick like shoulder width, right? Thumbs pointed out again, right? Lift it up as high as you can like that, okay? And hopefully you can get to the top of your head. Then come down in that exact same position behind you. Shoulder width apart, okay? And what you want to do is you want to try to come up and get to 90 degrees, okay? Try, if you can, try. At least get to 90 degrees, okay? And then come back. If you can't, just keep trying. Lift up, and you want to be able to get to 90 degrees. That's it. Keep going. Just try it. Awesome, guys. Grab the top of the stick like that, so it runs down your back, okay? So your thumb, so this thumb is pointed down, right? Points, and it's on your back. Grab the stick from here and start to pull your arm down. So this hand pulls this hand down as far as it can go. And very slowly, the top hand pulls the bottom hand up as far as it can go. So now you're pulling up. And you could switch a few times. You can pull down. So you're helping the hands work, right? So one, the bottom hand is pulling the top hand down, and the other one, the top hand is pulling the bottom arm up. Good, switch arms, if you haven't already. So the other arm's on top. Remember, thumb is pointed down. Okay? So pull, the bottom arm pulls the top arm down the back. And then the top arm pulls the bottom arm up. Try it a few times. Awesome, guys. Grab your stick, thumbs kind of pointing each other, right? And I want you to stick it right where your belt is, right around the hip area, right? Put your feet together. I can see mine. Put your feet together. And what I want you to do is lock your knees, feet together, knees are locked out. Push your hips back as far as you can and allow the body to fold forward. Allow it to fold forward, right? Watch me for a sec, guys. Sorry, bad teacher. So when I'm pushing into my hips, I'm doing this thing. So as I push in, it's like I'm pushing like this, like I'm seesawing into my hip. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to feel my low back open up. So push in with the stick, bend at the waist, and then kind of do this seesaw thing. Without falling back, try to really get into the low back. Like push your hips one at a time back. Like sometimes to the left, sometimes to the right. And see if you can feel your hip going backwards. Like push them back further. Nice, Irene. That's it. Yeah, if you have hair, I'm getting there, but if you have hair, you can see the hair kind of moving. That's a good thing. Sorry, Benoit. Sorry, Jay. Al, too. My apologies. And now slowly start to push into the thighs. So get into the, just above the knees. So you're pushing into the thighs and you're getting the knees to go back into a little bit of a hyperextension, and you're trying to drop deeper into the, like the forward motion. Guys, come close for a sec. Let me just explain it a little bit more. So, you know, when you're lying down on your back and you're bringing your legs over your head, okay? There's usually a gap between your chest and your thighs, right? As the legs come over, it's hard to close that gap down, right? To make like a full pike position where the thighs and the stomach are touching each other, completely folded, right? And it's usually tightness in the low back right now. Usually that is. So when I got my legs nice and straight together, my knees locked out, I tap the stick, I push my hips back. And I kind of do this thing like this. I get into the hips and I make up a few inches. Then I let the stick come down towards my thighs and I'm pushing the top of my knees back. And now I can bend even further forward than I could. All right, so I want you to try that and I want you to see that you make up about an inch or two in the fold, that you can fold a little bit easier. So if you could touch the floor with your toes, now you can touch it with your knuckles. Try it on your own. Let me watch you guys do it for a second. So if you think of the bone, the femur, the big bone right there, it connects to the ball and socket joint in the hips. And then it also connects to the tibia fibia, which is the shin bones as well, on the knee. So you're pushing that big bone from its opposite ends, the top and then the bottom, but not on the kneecap, above the kneecap. And you're trying to like bend forward more, right? And if you want to check, sometimes let the stick hang down and see how much space you got. And then go back and push again a little bit more and try to get a little bit deeper, right? Every time. Believe me, just doing this, you'll watch when you start to use your legs like for kicking, they'll be more flexible. You'll see they'll come up much smoother. Awesome, guys. Come on up. Let me just unmute you for a quick second. How did it feel, guys? Could you feel some movement in the hips?
A little bit.
Low back at all? Anything?
Lower back for sure.
Lower back, good. That's where there's a lot of tightness. And you don't have to have a low back problem to have that. You can feel even more space in there. Okay. Really, it's hard to explain, but anyway, just try it a little bit more. Not now, but later on. Just try to remember it. I'll post the video so you can see it. But just try to remember that this is a really good one for that area. It really is pretty good. Questions at all, or did anybody have any funny results?
Did we feel it in the hamstrings?
Oh yeah, you'll feel it. All right.
I did.
Now, guys, I tell you, my attitude to hamstrings changed, right? Because I was very opinionated. I was a hamstring Nazi. I was bad. But if you can imagine where the hamstring inserts so it inserts right here, right? Like right up in here. Like you got to imagine there and right between the knee, okay? If you imagine the insertion points, you don't stretch the middle, but you stretch the ends, okay? You'll get a better stretch to the hamstring. So it's like, I don't think of stretching my hamstring. I think about opening my hip and my knee from the opposite ends. That really gave me all the flexibility I needed, okay? Because the hamstrings are tight because they're being pulled from the hips or from the knee. It's like a guitar string. If you tighten the guitar string, it tightens on the both ends. It doesn't tighten in the middle. Does that make sense? So think of it like a string. If you loosen the ends, which is where the guitar string gets loosened, it loosens the middle part. That's kind of what you. So people say tight hamstring. Don't just think of the middle. Think of the insertion point is more important. Okay. Make sense? Okay.
Yes.
The next thing I want to show you now is a way to build creativity in sparring. Okay. Because a lot of us, when we start to kind of spar in training, we have our old kind of habits, but we need, if you want to build creativity and see things a little bit different, this next series of exercises I'm going to give you, or not exercises or movement patterns, are going to help you understand your arms in a different way. Okay, so stay tuned. Let me just mute you guys all and just follow along. Okay, you'll need your stick. Ready? Off you go. Okay, so stand up. So put the stick like in front of you and kind of grab it, okay? Just like that, okay? Now you can hold it underneath, just hold it, okay? Now the ends of the stick now are your new arms, okay? And I want you to imagine kind of like pushing, right? So it's like poking with the stick, left and right, up to down. So think of it like if I put two boxing gloves on the end of this stick, okay? Think of it. Imagine I put two boxing gloves and you started to train at the gym. So you can push people with the end of the stick. You can come around. So all the movements, right? Behind you, beside you, in front of you. So try to think of all the angles. You've got like so many angles here that you can make, right? And just bring all your focus to the tip of the stick, just the tip of it. So don't think about anything else. Don't think of your spine or your elbows. Start to make some movements. For now, keep your feet still. Like don't step too much. Try to stay in one spot if you can. Remember to use your breathing all the time. Just keep an eye on your breathing. Now start to walk in a little area around. Maybe take 2 steps one way, 2 steps. Not a lot of movement, but you can step a little bit now. So remember, keep focused on the tip of the stick, especially if you're in a house there with lots of delicate things around. Be careful. Keep working. Keep working. Okay, stop now. Now the same thing, but the stick goes behind you in your elbows, right? You kind of grab your stomach just for some support. And the same idea, okay, from this position. Remember, move the stick in all directions, forward, up, down, left, right, poke, pull, sideways, behind you. At the beginning, stay in one small spot, and then later start to make a few steps. Michael, nice hockey stick, man. Remember, keep focused on the tip of the stick, right? Nice, Phoebes, nice. Nice, Eddie. Good. Awesome. Now put the stick across your shoulders, hang your arms over top of it. Try not to put pressure on your neck, just kind of on your shoulders a little bit, right? And very similar idea, the same thing from this position. Awesome, guys. Come close, please. So this is a really good series of ways to open up seeing sparring in a little bit different way, okay? A little bit different attitude. It's like you don't have arms anymore, but you have like this wooden stiff stick that you're somehow connected to, right? How did that feel, guys? Did it feel okay? So what's important here is that you think about the tip right now. And now what I want you to do is go the opposite way. Now I want you to think about holding the stick. So what I'm going to do now, I'll just show it to you from seated, right? So when I'm here, it's like I'm holding something. It's like I think I'm holding something and I'm trying to move with it. So if you can imagine a person behind me grabbing me, right? And me holding them, right? And then I start to move. So now I create stability in my upper body and arms, but I create my mobility in my legs and the lower part of my body. So let's say I'm doing it like this, right? I'm holding, it's hard to see, but I'm holding tight, not too tight, I'm holding tight, and then I'm starting to kind of work with my legs. So it didn't matter what it is, it can be a kick or you can somehow make a movement with your leg, right? But I'm trying to see if I can hold something and then move something else, okay? It's not necessary to imagine kicks, but if you want, that's also fine. Any leg movement is fine. But ask yourself, can you hold on to something and work with freedom in another part of your body? So in other words, I'm holding quite strong here this way. I could do it like this. I could do it like this, it doesn't matter, right? I'm holding quite strong and I'm looking for freedom in other parts of my body, okay? Try that. Just a couple of minutes, guys. I'll watch you and kind of as well. Try it on your own while I mute you. Tight room is good, guys. Tight spaces are good. Don't feel worried. You're in a tight room, it causes you to be even more careful. So it's not a bad thing. Okay, Lindsay? No, take care of the walls. Change the stick placement anytime you want, guys. Do 3 different positions. Awesome, guys. Okay, come close again. So I'll leave you with that. That's a wonderful way of training and developing skills the whole body can use, right? Like upper, lower body merger of skills like kicks, punches, grabs. Like it's all there for you. So just, you got to play with it a little bit more. You can add other training tools like a ball. It's not necessary, to be honest with you, but if you want, you could also make this quite interesting as well. But I have a lot of stuff I want to show today. So let me just kind of mow through some stuff and I'll just let you guys practice this on your own, okay? So when it comes to punches with the stick, okay? So punches are interesting. I'll show you kind of one way you can use a stick to help develop speed as well as accuracy with your punch. Now, just a little bit of stuff with the hands, okay, to making a good fist. So stick your hand out, okay, and very quickly make a fist, okay? But not too tight, just quick. Make the shape of a fist, so it's like the shell of it. So your hand is out there, it's nice, and make a fist quick, okay? So I'll show it to you close now on the camera. So I grab the stick at the bottom, right? And what I'm gonna do very quickly, I'm gonna open and close my hand and let the stick fall slowly. So it literally falls real slow, right? Now, everybody try it. Try it with me for now. So do just one time on each hand. Let it fall slowly. Yeah, like an inch at a time. And try left and then right hand. As fast as you can pulse that hand, right? As fast as you can. Now, just once, guys, that's it. And then come close. Just because we have a lot to do with this. So you notice how you never made such a tight fist because you know you have to open it again. Like there's no end to the whole thing. It's a pop, 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 pop. You didn't over tighten the fist, right? That's the way you need to make your fist all the time. That's the exact pressure. So what I'm looking for is the amount of pressure I need in my fist, okay? When I need to hold something and then let it go as quickly as I can. It's not like I'm holding on to it for dear life. I'm holding and opening, holding, opening, holding, opening, right? So I'm not holding on so tight. Usually we make a fist too tight that we can't let go of it when we need to, right? So try this again. The trick is down is the easier. We're going to go up after. The up is much more challenging. But try it now 2-3 times and please pay attention to the right amount of pressure that you need in your fist. Okay, this is about pressure, not about strength. It's pressure. The amount of good pressure for a handshake, the good pressure to make a fist, okay? Try it and I'll be back. Awesome. Okay, come close. Watch me again. Come close. Now we got to go up. Okay, now I want to use as least possible throwing motion up. So you're here and it's like, I'm sorry, I have to start here. It's like, it's hard to see, but I can grab and relax and I can grab and pull up a little bit. It's like I'm doing that, right? So everything's happening in your fist, not in your shoulder or elbow too much, okay? So let it come down and then let it go up. Try it, guys. Let me watch you try. What I like about this drill is it teaches you to make the right form of your fist. You never make such a tight fist that you can't let it go. The same strength to close it, the same strength to open it. It didn't matter to you at all. Because the problem when we tense up too much in the fist, it's like it's connected to anger inside us. We're kind of angry or scared somehow. So you need to be able to make a fist and it didn't bother you at all. Not whatsoever. The up I know is hard. Just go slow, relax. You see, if you relax, the hand can lift it a little bit slowly. Nice, Benoit. Nice, Irene. Just keep that shoulder still. Keep it still if you can. See how nice and still it is down? The same way up. There you go. That's it. See, the left is better. Yeah, if you want, sometimes close your eyes, guys. Maybe you feel it different. You can close your eyes. Look inside. Make sure there's nothing. You see how you're not angry now. There's no anger because it's not tight enough to be angry. That's it, Al. That's it. Awesome, guys. Come around for a sec. Come close again. So now, the same idea with a full punch towards the stick. So you can hold this, like right now I'm on one knee, so just so you can see it, right? And I want to punch towards the stick, but I don't want to time my grab. My hand is slightly open. As soon as it touches, it closes my hand. I didn't try to time it. I have my hand open, and as soon as it touches, my hand's folded. I didn't try to think of closing my hand. It's like, it's so nice, the shape of fist. So it's like you like punch towards the stick. And if there's any tension, you'll knock it out. All right, punch towards the stick and allow, because those muscles on the inside, guys, they clench normally. They don't have to think about this. As soon as there's an impact, you'll touch. If you want to see like lots of good work with this, guys, watch the gymnasts on those bars. You know, they jump in the air and they just leave their hands open. As soon as it touches the bar, the hands close. They don't time it. As soon as they feel the bar, just punch as hard, as fast as you can. If there's any tension, you'll knock the stick away. If not, you'll grab it. Eddie, very good. Just relax your shoulders. Yeah. It's nice, guys, at the end when you get the stick, no tension in your arms. It gets there and you just simply grab the stick. There's nothing in your shoulder. Change angles too, guys. You can make the stick 45 degrees. You can punch from top, down, up. Any angle it can come at. Nice, Jay. Nice. Chris, really good. Yeah. Oh, like watch those windows, man. I can already see watch those windows. That's it, Al. Just let yourself go. Don't worry. Let yourself go. Yeah, just go forward. Because you do it so naturally in a handshake. You never think. You just stick your hand out. As soon as there's contact, it closes. You don't think about closing your hands. Very good, guys. Now get rid of those pauses. 1, 2, 3, like just 3, 4 times. Well, yeah, boom, 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 like multiple times. Yeah, don't get rid of any pauses. Quickly go 1, let it go, grab the other one, comes in. 1, 2, 3. It's okay, Chris. It's okay. This is already the understanding of speed work too, how fast you can go and still have control. Nice, Jay. Nice. Awesome, guys. Come close. Just explain a little bit more. Really good, guys. I was watching some of you doing some amazing stuff, man. I can't go through the list. There's so many of you. When you see how, when your hand touched, there's for a bit you want to hold on, but not until you have something else to do, right? You need to let it go, right? So your hand comes forward, grabs, and the next one's already on the way, and you're able to make the shape of a fist, but not the burden of it. It's not the burden of the fist. Like it locks you. It didn't lock you whatsoever. Just making the shell of the fist didn't make sense, guys? Do you feel it?
Yeah. Yeah.
What I enjoyed was I saw some of you, I think, I don't know, I could be wrong, but what it looked like was that drill you did with, remember when you did this, right? Stick like that. I saw some of those movements coming in, movements that I never saw you guys do before. Now the body is starting to feel free to take drills like this. These last sequence I showed you with this and the grabbing, it'll help you understand sparring so different. You'll start to see sparring completely different, more creativity in your sparring. This stuff, where I'm envisioning the tip of the stick, subconsciously my body is comfortable with, see this awkward, right? And now I'm practicing how to make a fist, right? And just, now I'm in this position, I'm able to punch without a problem, right? I don't have such a burden. I can take a usual position and my hand can come and punch quite quickly, right? So these two drills are married really nicely if you do them for a while. The idea is I throw my hand just like I would a punch towards the stick and allow it to grab it. And not time it. Not time it, but try to grab it, okay? Make sense, guys? Any questions? Play with it. I mean, I gotta play with it, right? Anybody find anything unique or anything different?
Yeah, it's amazing how much the reflex of grabbing the stick removes the tension of trying to land a punch, and yet delivers the same efficiency.
Yeah, you see, there's no burden of like I expect this now. There's no finite end to it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys, I didn't tell you, you can generate the power from the elbow, from the shoulder, like it can come from different sources. Now you're just reaching to your hand, okay? So let me move on.
Even the stretching behind the back helped with that, because you maintain the grip while keeping the arms relaxed. So
Believe me,
nice progression there.
Now with this time off, I've been really rereading stuff, and I really realized there's one. I always knew strength, I knew flexibility, mobility, I knew all these things. Strength is always towards the top of my ideas, just because it's been one of my things all my life. I've always had that, right? But for some reason, I just stopped now and I changed the order. And strength is the very last thing I ever work on now. And what I find is I'm getting stronger because I'm more mobile and flexible. And I realized you'd be amazed how much power you can have when you're flexible and mobile, right? It's incredible how strong those things can be. And we should have great examples. Just watch gymnastics. These guys have some of the biggest biceps you've ever seen in your life, and they don't do a curl, right? And it's just from really mobile, right? That's all that has to happen. Work on that a little bit more. You'll find better results, okay? So now with the stick, we're gonna work with grabs now with the stick. So you can envision the stick as an arm, but not necessary, but you could envision that. What I want you to do now is try to see the ways you can wrap the stick, whether with one hand or with two hands, somehow. And I want you to study, like, see, like I got like a common lock here, right? So imagine this is an arm, right? And what I'm studying is not how to break the stick, but how to apply pressure. So rather than panicking and trying to lock something with my arm, I'm trying to relax my arm, let it get as tight as it can be, and then apply pressure. So I'm applying my body weight towards the stick, not my arm towards my body. So I grab something and then I bring my body towards it, okay? That's about the most effective way that you can control an arm or break an arm, one or the other, right? So you can start from standing, just have the stick however you like, and try to wrap your arm, okay? You can use both hands, you can use one, your choice, right? And study how to apply pressure, okay, onto the stick. So it goes from your body towards the stick. And you can think of the way a snake to constrict, not really tense. It focuses the effort on top of the stick where it needs. So wrap the stick with your arm and then apply some body weight on top of it. Just a little bit. That's it, Irene. That's it. That's it. Allow the arm to wrap. Think of how your arms wrap. Because if you look at the good wrestlers, they're really more like an octopus, really. Their arms are so, they can just wrap. And so take the stick now and try wrap your arms. Can be from any position. It doesn't really matter. But allow the arm not to be like a square. Think of it like a rope. Try to imagine a rope. Let it swing around. And then add body weight. Add body weight. Anytime you want to control an arm or a leg, the power comes from your body and the weight of it. Put the weight on top of the stick. Good, guys. Come close again. Boy, you guys look so awkward. It takes time, guys. So now try your legs and your arm at the same time. So just watch me for a quick sec. I'll show you. So there's the stick, right? So first my leg wraps and then my arm wraps. So see how I kind of, first you start with the leg, right? It wraps one way and then my arm wraps another way. And I try to squeeze. So now you're integrating your legs and your arms, both, and you put pressure. It didn't matter. Just try incorporating first the leg now to wrap around the stick. It might not go, but try your best, and then wrap the arm as well. See if you can completely wrap the stick. And then put weight. Train yourself, not effort, weight. Yeah, you can go on the ground too, guys. You can go on the ground. It didn't matter. Standing ground, it's all fine with me, right? Try to wrap with your legs, wrap with your arm. Nice, Mike. That's it, Irene. That's it. Grab your thigh with the arm. That's it. Tight. Weight forward towards the stick. Not away from you, towards it. That's it. Think of all the straight lines. You have the spine, you have the legs, you have the arms. The body's full of straight lines. You have this just represents a straight line. If you can imagine that those angles through a human body, it's the exact same work. Even try it with your eyes closed. Remember, just not tension, weight. Relax towards the stick with pressure. Just 30 seconds, guys. Keep going. Just a little bit more. Try to relax. Try to be more creative, different positions. Try not to hold your breath. Shut all the water off. Make sure all the water. And awesome, guys. Come around. How do you feel, guys? How was the stick work?
Good.
Ran out of time, unfortunately. I had a bunch of other stuff to show you, but I think this is enough material for you guys to get a feel, right? Working with the stick's really nice. It's really good. And I always try, remember, sometimes I want to get good at stick in and of itself. Sometimes I want to use the stick to better myself in other ways as a training tool, not as a weapon. So they can be both. Right? This is more like a training tool. What's funny is if you use it like this for a while, it becomes a better weapon than if you just weapon train with it. It teaches you more than if you have it. Like this becomes really an amazing weapon if you've worked with it as a tool first. Okay, so I shared some stuff with you that was kind of my own stuff and I really enjoyed it. You just practice a little bit more, and either Wednesday or Friday, I'll see you guys, okay? One or the other. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Manny.
Thanks, Manny. That was great.
Terrific
Thanks,
stuff.
Manny.
Have a good
See you
day.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Manny.